Hello and welcome to my quirky rides, and today you join me for an oil change on the Citroen Ami. So the other job we have to do is change the fan belt, because the fan belt on this car is looking decidedly ropey, so we'll give that a go as well. Now I'm using this Golden Film 2050 grade SAE oil. This was recommended to me by a classic oil company. Can't really remember the name of it now, but also 1540 multigrade is another one that you can use on these, and this particular engine holds about 3 litres. So I have here a handy drip tray to catch all the oil. I'm hoping because it only takes about 3 litres, that should be enough and it won't overflow and make a complete mess of the garage floor. And I've got here a 21mm spanner, because obviously it's metric. I've just tried it, and a breaker bar, because I've no idea when this oil was last changed. It could be really tight, but you never know. So some newspaper down there as well, and I'm going to start the car up and just let the engine warm up a bit to allow the oil to flow out more freely. Just let the engine warm up for a couple of minutes. So I think the engine is warm enough now, so we'll switch it off and let's drain the oil. I will also say at this point that there is no oil filter on this engine. The later ones did have an oil filter, but I don't know what year that happened. Well, that's still draining through, so while that finishes off, I'm just going to have a cup of tea. So time to enjoy a quick cuppa while I let the oil drain through. In fact, let me just show you something. You see, the Scootacar has absolutely amazing tea shelf. I mean, the Scootacar has an amazing tea shelf. That's just perfect. I'm just changing the gearbox oil on the Scootacar as well, so there's the level plug just there. So this is Silcoline Classic ST30, which is what they use in old Lambrettas, and in my Villiers manual it does say ST30 oil, not particularly this brand, but there we go. I don't know how clearly you can see that, but I put a new copper washer on the sump plug, and it's also hollow, and there's a load of gunk inside there, so I had to clean that out. So I'm not going to do this too tight. Oh, look at all this lovely oil. So much nicer than Marmite. So here's the oil filler. There is a sort of a mesh thing here, like a gauze, to sort of filter through the bits and pieces. Just check the level. It's actually just the top end of the notch, so, and it's about 3 litres gone in there anyway, so that should do it. Put the cap on. I'm not going to start the engine up yet, because I'm going to fit the fan belt first, so I'll then start the engine up and I can check. I will disconnect the battery though, because you never know what might happen. So that's the cover removed to expose the dynamo pulley, and what we need to do next is loosen these 3 bolts here and then move the dynamo out of the way, and then hopefully pull the fan belt away. And one of the good things about old cars is, apart from their charm, is generally access is so much better than on a modern car. Right, I've removed the there's a nut and bolt there completely because it wasn't slack enough, so I should give it a wiggle. Well, I finally got the fan belt off, having to poke it through the blades of the fan and move the grill out of the way. So not quite as accessible as I thought, but just want to show you this. See how cracked this is. Just make sure the new one is the same diameter. That looks okay. This one is a tooth belt, whereas this one isn't. I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem. So the direction of rotation, the engine goes clockwise of any arrows. No, there aren't any arrows. Made in Spain. Okay. So I have to poke the belt through the blades of the fan again, which is actually quite tricky. Seems to have done the trick. It's always handy to have a piece of wood lying around so I can tighten up the fan belt. So we've changed the oil and we've changed the fan belt, so let's see if she squeals like a stuck pig or purrs like a kitten. I shall just check the level again to make sure it's okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Let's pour this lovely old treacle in here. I hope you found this video interesting, and thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Finally, I would just like to give a quick shout out to ECAS 2CV Spares for supplying me with various bits for the Ami there, and for all their helpful advice, and also for the superbly named motor nuts for the gear oil for the Scootacar I used today. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.